to a brand new video. Today we're doing two NFL player props here on PrizePicks for Monday, December 11th. We got Monday Night Football. We got two games here on this Monday Night Football slate. We got the Tennessee Titans versus the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers versus the New York Giants. Again, both these games could potentially not be very close, although Green Bay and New York is only a 6-point spread, and you can see here Miami 14-point favorites here at home versus the Tennessee Titans. But nonetheless, I got two player props that I am targeting from both of these games. It's going to be one player prop from each game. Again, before I get started, you guys take a look in the description below. Hop into our premium Discord at $9.30 per month. It's where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks. We also have other premium cappers in there as well. They post all of their plays, research, and analysis. Overall in there, super positive community. Everyone just trying to help each other cash. And also, over the weekend, Sunday, we did cash on both of our Sunday football plays. We had Drake London over 10 fantasy score. He cashed, and then Cooper Kupp over 4.5 receptions. He cashed as well. So coming off a nice green Sunday. Let me know in the comments below if you tailed those Sunday plays. Again, drop a like on this video, you guys, as well. But yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. So, again, also want to mention I'm a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. Plays I'm just looking at making personally. Again, no one's pressing submit on those parlays other than yourselves. So let's get right into it. So the first play here is going to be a rush plus receptions yards prop. It's going to be Saquan Barkley over 93.5 rush plus reception yards. And I think just for the Giants, right? And Saquon recently came out earlier in the week, said everything the Giants want is still in front of them. Like, they literally still think, or I mean, technically, you know, the odds and stuff, they have a chance to make the playoffs still. So they're going into this game obviously looking to win. It's not like it's a washed season, I think, in their eyes yet. I think this is probably that last game where if they lose, we could start maybe seeing starters sit and things like that. But nonetheless, Saquon coming into this game looking to definitely win. We look at Saquon, right? We look at his last 5 over on PrizePicks. He's over this line in 3 of his last 5. 2 unders here. Or actually, he's gone significantly over this in his 3 overs. And then his 2 unders coming against 2 tough defenses. But let's get into that. So we look at Saquon really quickly. Over 15.5 rushing attempts. He's currently minus 148 on Caesars, minus 145 on DraftKings to go over 15.5 rushing attempts. Now, if we look at Saquon this season, when he does get 15.5 rushing attempts, he's over this line in every game except for, essentially, he's over this line in every game except for one. When he does get at least 15.5 rushing attempts or 16 rushing attempts, his only miss coming against Arizona, 92, which I do believe this is the game he got injured. So there was like some things going on in that fourth quarter where he didn't get touches. He probably would have gotten close to 20 rushing attempts, but only missed this line by 2 yards. So essentially, when Saquon does see the volume, he can hit this line pretty easily. And we just kind of look at his game log this season, right? New England 52 RR total, or 52 total yards here, and we look at New England against running backs. Hold on, let's just look at New England versus running backs over the last 4 weeks. New England giving up the fewest yards per carry to running backs over the last 4 weeks, and then against the Cowboys as well, right? 15 fewest running back yards per carry to the running back position. That was his only other miss. Okay. So 2 tough spots, obviously against Dallas and New England. Obviously against Dallas, they didn't really have a chance to even be competitive in that game, right? So they weren't even in a running type of mode, only 13 carries here. But the way to beat the Packers is on the ground, right? We look at the last 4 weeks, the Packers allowing the second most yards per carry to the running back position. 5.39 yards per carry to the running back position is what the Packers are giving up. We look at running backs, recent running backs, essentially game log this season versus the Packers. We just saw Isaiah Pacheco go for 123 total yards, 110 on the ground, also caught 3 catches for 13 yards. In the game before that, we saw Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, right? Split backfield, 73 and 71 RR yards. So combined, we're looking at 144 total yards for those running backs from Detroit. We look at Austin Eckler, 70 RR yards, and he only got 10 carries in that game. Najee Harris, look at this game against the Steelers, against running backs. Najee Harris, 96 RR yards. Anthony McFarland, 73. And then we look at Jaylen Warren, 110. Or I don't know why Anthony McFarland has 73 here. I don't know. Maybe he caught that's weird that it actually shows 73 here. Total yards. Maybe he had a return or something like that. That's probably a return. But yeah, I mean, Steelers, 96 for Najee Harris, 110 for Jaylen Warren. Okay, 6.7 yards per carry, 5.1. Austin Eckler, 6.4. Jahmyr Gibbs, 4.9. David Montgomery, 4.7. Isaiah Pacheco, 6.1. The yards per carry, I mean, it's been dominant these last couple of weeks, running backs versus the Packers. And I mean, Saquon's obviously their biggest weapon. I'm taking rush plus receiving yards because I do think there is some upside for Saquon catching balls out the backfield, right? Since Tommy DeVito has become the quarterback, he has seen 5, 4, 3, 5, and 3 targets. I mean, really has seen ample amount of targets, I'd say, all season long. But given how explosive Saquon is, I definitely think he can, just bust a play out or bust a couple plays and some checkdowns and some screens like that. But like I said, heavily juiced over 15.5 rushing attempts here. We know if Saquon gets 16 rushing attempts, he's going to get super close to this line. He's got numerous games here as well, over 23 receiving yards. So I like this spot for Saquon a lot. I think that's really the only way the Giants are going to be able to stay in this game at home as well. I think they definitely pound Saquon with the ball. I could see him with 20 plus carries in this one. So Saquon Barkley over 93 RR yards is going to be the first play. The second play is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be kicker prop. It's going to be kicking points. It's going to be Jason Sanders, kicker for the Miami Dolphins. And again, I want to do one play from each game. I like Jason Sanders here for a few reasons. One, the Tennessee Titans have the best red zone defense in the NFL, right? They're only allowing a touchdown only 37.21% of the times when the opponent is in the red zone, which is essentially the best rate in the NFL. They have the best red zone defense in the NFL, and we know how absolutely explosive this Miami Dolphins offense is. Right, we look at Jason Sanders, right? Again, this is over on Outlier, you guys. I've shown you guys this on Saquon as well. Outlier, there's a link in the description. You get a 7-day free trial. This is a research betting tool that I do use every single day. Link in the description below for that. But you can see here, over on Outlier, minus 138 on FanDuel, minus 135 on DraftKings, minus 127 on Caesars, minus 125 on BetMGM to go over 7.5 kicking points. Over his last 10 games, he's only over this in 4 of 10, but he's over this in 3 straight games here, right? Tennessee looking to just stay healthy at this point of this season, get into the playoffs healthy. So I could definitely see them kind of just playing it safe, kicking in certain spots that maybe otherwise they would have gone for it. But you can see here, kicking points against the Tennessee Titans are dead last in the NFL kicking points against. We look at the last 8 weeks, they're giving up the most field goal attempts in the NFL. Also 13 total extra points here. And then we just look at kickers, game log this season versus the Titans, right? We've seen every kicker except for 2 have gone over this line. And those 2, obviously McPherson had 3, and then one of the worst offenses in the league, Carolina, had 4, but every other kicker, you guys, has cleared this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of 12 kickers this season have cleared this line against the Tennessee Titans, and it's debatable that none of these offenses is even close to as explosive as the Miami Dolphins. We saw Justin Tucker have 18 kicking points. I mean, there's just a variety of ways for Jason Sanders to clear this line. For example, for him to get 2 field goal attempts and 2 extra points clears this line, Chase McLaughlin. Right, he could go crazy. He could have 3 field goal attempts, or you could even have a line like this: Brandon McManus, 4 extra points and 2 field goals, 5 extra points and 1 field goal will clear this line as well. Super explosive Miami offense. I think they're going to be in the red zone a ton. I like Jason Sanders here over 7.5 kicking points. So here are the 2 plays for this YouTube video. Again, Monday night slate, massive NBA slate, dropping a ton of NBA player props in the premium Discord. Link in the description below for that. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.